Really exciting stuff, Todd. And it's really aligned with our vision of, again, seamless access to information from anywhere. And to do that, you have to make that as secure as possible and as integrated into the enterprise as possible. So once that information is in the cloud, and once it's secure, the big question is, how do we become smarter? So how do we actually build the smarter enterprise with all of this data, with this integrated approach? When we think about Box and what we're trying to build and the technology that we're trying to introduce to people and the collaboration and the content management that goes into this, we want to be able to answer questions that people are having in their business, like what other data or what other information should I be looking at to make better decisions? What are other people working on around me? So what content are they looking at? What information are they adding to the system that is going to be useful for me? What are other people doing with my data? So if I upload a PowerPoint presentation or add a new contract, when does it get accessed? Who does it get viewed by? When do I know to follow up with that? Right? So these are the kind of events that create intelligence around our information. Or what is the next step in my project? How do I know what happens after I add that content to Box? These are the kinds of things that need to be answered in our organizations, and this is the kind of this is the power of the cloud and of the collaborative technology that we're building. Yesterday's technology was too stale, it was too disconnected, it was too impersonal to be able to answer these kinds of questions. We didn't see the events that the people were doing, right? They just acted as information silos. So if you think about that shared drive that you have in your organization, when you just add data to it, it doesn't go anywhere. You don't know where it's going. People don't get updates. They don't see what's happening on top of that information. And so at Box, we're really trying to change that. So we want to connect people and content intelligently. And that means a lot of things. So that's going to involve both our roadmap, it's going to involve the roadmap with partners and other people that we need to work with in the ecosystem. But it's critical that we turn content management into a more social and collaborative experience. So today we have an updates feed. And this updates feed gives you a sort of real-time view of what's going on with your information. Right? So if you click on the Updates tab, you're going to see that Hal previewed your content, so you'll know to follow up with him and see what the latest is that he's looking at. As you scroll down your Updates tab, you're going to see that people added comments to your piece of content, so you can have a sort of a collaborative workflow or a comment stream on top of your content. So again, you can actually have conversations around your information, or you're going to be able to see the latest updates that people made on top of your content. So I'm going to be able to see that Jen updated a new contract, or I'm going to be able to see that she updated a new piece of collateral. And all of these things give me insight into the information that I have and to the information that's important for me in my business. And that's, again, how it ties into the business workflow that we're really focused on. So that's what we're doing today. And you're probably wondering, well, how the heck can it get any better than this? I mean, this is just the pinnacle, right? Like, what more could there be? And you're probably saying it would be impossible to be more innovative than that. I'm here to tell you it's not impossible, and I'd like to show you a little bit about what we're rolling out over the next couple of quarters to make, again, Box more collaborative, more social, so that content experience becomes way more powerful and smarter for your business. So the first thing we're thinking about and building is personalized updates. So again, with that update stream, you're sort of getting a view of everything that's happening with your content and in your organization, right? But it's not actually showing you what the most important things are. So we're going to start to show you what you should be looking at. So not just so when somebody does an event or an action on top of your content, we want to be able to show who the other people are that are working with your information that you need to be connected to. So you're going to be able to see the most important content based on the activity that's going on inside your business. So we're going to show you the top content, the top collaborators, so you're going to be able to make better decisions that we're going to be able to cull through with the information that's being added and what people are doing with it. We're also building something that we're calling social workflow. So in traditional systems, you can add tasks or you can create workflow, but we have a lot of ideas that are emerging in this sort of social world to make this a much more natural experience, and we want to be able to add those and integrate those into Box. So when you are adding a comment or when you are adding a task, that should be a more personalized experience. So I should be able to say, hey, Nick, here's a document that you should be looking at. And as I type in Nick's name, I should be able to add a task to Nick that is able to generate to him, or an event that he needs to be able to do. So again, we want to be able to have more social workflow on top of your content. So when you make updates, you're going to be able to trigger that to the right people. The right people are going to be able to see what information they need to be looking at or what they need to be accessing. So again, integrating it more deeply into the collaborative processes in your business so you can actually leverage this content in more intelligent ways. And then finally, the real power of the cloud is that we can actually generate really valuable information around your information. So, sorry, that sounds a little redundant. So you want to be able to actually make better decisions. You want to be able to have better insights. And you can take content on Box and actually show you what is the other relevant or related information to what you're looking at. So let's say I'm looking at a piece of collateral around a sales guide. I want to be able to see what are the other related sales guides based on the activity that people are doing with this content, based on the comments that they've added, and based on the actual content inside of that file. So we want to be able to show you and create better availability of information anywhere you are in Box. So again, instead of just being a stale platform where you dump your information, it becomes a real collaborative system that helps you share, make better decisions, get better visibility into your enterprise, get better visibility into your information. So that's what we're doing on the social side. So these are new technologies that are going to be rolling out over the next couple of quarters. We're incredibly excited about that. And that's what we're building internally into Box. But again, we're really, really focused on being a platform. So we want to be as open as possible to be able to take that content and take that information wherever you might be working. That's a critical experience that we need to be able to create in Box, because we know that you're not doing your work just inside of Box. So we want to be able to extend this information to other systems. So we want to be able to be integrated into the social enterprise. So where Box will make content more social, we also want to be able to expose that information and expose that data into other social enterprise systems. So we're incredibly excited to announce a partnership and an integration that we're doing with Salesforce Chatter. And I'd love to be able to bring up, actually, I'll show it to you first. So again, the idea is this is an evolving integration that's going to use Chatter Connect to be able to take content from Box and expose it into your social enterprise. So you're going to be able to take information, again, just as the screen that we just saw, take a piece of content, and then you're going to be able to publish it out into your social enterprise, where it can then be reviewed or looked at by other people, and then eventually those updates and that information will come back to Box. So again, taking content that you have in our system and being able to expose in others is a critical piece of the Box value proposition. So I'd like to bring up George Hu, the EVP of sales and marketing operations and platform, at Salesforce. So everybody give a round of applause for George. Thank you. Okay. How you doing?
Hey, great, Aaron. Great to be here. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Other than my name and my title,
Yep.
everything else,
Yeah,
everything else
pretty
is
good.
perfect.
It's Rosh Hashanah, so I don't know why I said Jew. I don't understand why. Sorry.
It's great to be here today, and it's a real thrill to be here with Aaron and with Box. I think that you see between us two companies that really have a shared vision of where the world is going. You know, Mark Andreessen started by talking about a little bit about our history, a little bit about how we got started in the cloud. And although we were born cloud, Salesforce.com, we really, as we think about our next decade, we've really been reborn social. That we are really excited about this vision of the social enterprise, of helping companies really bridge the social divide to connect with their customers and their employees in a brand new way. And that's why we had, I think, the excitement with over 46,000 registered attendees at our Dreamforce user conference just a few weeks ago. Was anyone here at Dreamforce a little while back?
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, we are really thrilled to be here today to talk about really the next phase of that journey. And the heart of it is really Salesforce Chatter. And Salesforce Chatter today is what we believe to be the leading employee social network, employee social collaboration technology out there today. We have over 100,000 of our 104,000 customers using the technology. Companies like Dell, Kelly Services, Saatchi & Saatchi have all standardized on Salesforce Chatter for this idea that now you can collaborate in a social way inside your company and with your customers. And of course, you can't be cloud, social, mobile without also being open in today's world. And we're a firm believer in that open strategy, just like Aaron is. And that's why we announced at Dreamforce just a few weeks ago Chatter Connect. And Chatter Connect is our strategy for you to be able to pull information, content you need into Chatter, as well as take information that you have in Chatter also into other systems. And this is really, we think, a foundational part of our strategy of the social enterprise. And that's why we're so excited about what Aaron is doing to integrate Box into Chatter so that you can take your Box.net content and add it into that social conversation you're having in Chatter, whether it's integrating with your Chatter conversations with your colleagues, with the other files and content in Chatter, or anything else you want to do inside Salesforce Chatter. It's all there for you in one place. And that, I think, is a really, really compelling part of the vision. That's why we've made an investment in Box as well, and in Aaron's company. We're really big believers in what they're doing. And also, we are also thrilled about this because this also accelerates our ecosystem strategy. And as you know, at Salesforce.com, For years now, we've had a fundamental building block of our strategy has been our ecosystem, the App Exchange. Box.net has been part of that, part of the App Exchange since 2009, and we've just continued to see that accelerate. We're thrilled to announce today, just this morning, that for the first time ever, we've passed 1 million installs on the App Exchange just this morning. So we're really thrilled with the momentum we're seeing. We're thrilled with partners like Aaron and Box, and we're thrilled with this integration with Salesforce Chatter. And it's great to be a part of this new world of social enterprise.
Cool. George, thank you so much. We're really excited to work together. Thank you. So, again, very, very excited about this vision of taking content that you have in Box and exposing it wherever you want to be able to get work done, wherever you're going to want to be able to get your information. And George Hu and Salesforce is making that happen, so we're very excited about that. Thanks so much. So that's how we're going to get to the enterprise rainbow of value. We're going to take the information that we have, we're going to move it to the cloud, we're going to be able to secure it, and then we're going to make better decisions, we're going to create better intelligence, we're going to make sure we do this as smart as possible and as social as possible at the same time. And that is the idea of the smarter enterprise, and that's what we're building. So again, what we announced here today is we're introducing Box Sync, the first cross-platform enterprise sync that'll integrate into your business workflow. We announced new security enhancements that are going to help you integrate Box more deeply into your enterprise. You're going to be able to have better visibility in how your information is being accessed, and we're going to be able to secure this more effectively in your organization. And finally, we're going to connect content and people through more social capabilities, both on Box and integrated into other platforms. And again, we have a very, very open platform approach, so we want to make sure that the work that you're doing in Box is going to be able to show up more effectively and seamlessly in other systems. So we are incredibly excited about all of that, and that is the vision for the smarter enterprise. And I'm really excited. So that's sort of where we clap, I think. I need like a clap track so you just sort of know, like, now is the time that you'd be clapping if I ended that one right. So cool. OK, so that's what we're doing at BoxWorks today. We're extremely excited. Actually, you know what? I did forget one thing. So we do have one more thing that we're pretty excited to talk about. So we didn't actually fit in enough mobility conversation into this conversation yet. So I do want to add one other component to this. I want to talk a little bit about mobility and our strategy around getting the content from Box into any system that you want to be able to use. And one of the emerging platforms for that are mobile devices. And we're really, really excited about what is happening in the enterprise around the openness of mobility. And we're extremely excited also about what Android is doing with mobility. So very, very excited about how these worlds are being more connected. We're able to work much faster. We're able to work from anywhere and make better decisions. And that's really what Box is all about. So simple, open, mobile technology. So we're actually going to be announcing today a partnership with Motorola. And we're extremely excited that they're going to be bringing Box to the Zoom tablet. And I'd like to bring up a representative from Motorola, Jason Ruger, the Senior Director of IT Strategy and Security, to come talk about this for a second. Everybody, Jason, thank you so much.
Thanks, Aaron.
Jason, how you doing? Thank you so much.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
I flew in from Chicago, where the Cubs always lose.
OK, good.
2 of our former governors are in prison,
OK.
And we all watch Oprah Winfrey. So let's talk about 3 trends in mobility that are driving the demand for Box. The first is consumerization, which you've laid out that story very well this morning. The second is connection speed. With 4G networks, your employees can connect to Box, the Box platform, at 20 to 30 times the speed they connected just 6 months ago. And the third is the power of these devices. Now, Kathy, you'll be pleased to know we use HP laptops at Motorola. But for our employees that want to use a tablet or a smartphone, the power of those devices is comparable to laptops from just a few years ago. An example of that would be the Motorola Zoom. You talked about Android. 8 months ago, we launched this tablet, the world's first Android tablet. And as you mentioned, we're thrilled to pre-install Box on the Motorola Zoom worldwide.
So, woo!
We're installing Box because we believe with the Motorola Zoom, it's a very disruptive technology. In fact, at CES, it won the most disruptive technology of the year.
Wow.
And that's not just within tablets. That's every electronic category.
More disruptive
at
than
CES.
cloud computing?
You can't enter software at CES. You have to be able to plug it in.
Got it. OK. Deal.
So we're very excited to have this partnership with you because I'm an IT guy. One of the problems we face at Motorola is we give our employees incredibly powerful technology that can simplify their lives and make them more productive. But if they can't get access to the data that was on their laptop or was on some server, not a SharePoint server, but a regular server, they can't be as productive as they could. So we're absolutely thrilled to announce this partnership today.
That's awesome. Jason, thank you so much. Really incredibly exciting.
Thanks, Aaron.
You know, it strikes me, you flew in from Chicago, right?
Yes.
And that's, you know, that's the sort of town of Oprah. You're on stage. This is sort of like, doesn't this feel like an Oprah moment? Like you're up here, we're talking about Motorola in front of all these people.
It does, it does.
And in Oprah situations, I tend to ask myself, what would Oprah do, right?
What would Oprah do?
What would Oprah do right now? Does, you know, if you were here and we were here and all these customers were here, what would Oprah...
Can I pretend to be Oprah? Because everyone in Chicago fantasizes about this.
Okay,
you know,
so you're from Chicago, you got the whole Oprah thing.
So here's, you know what Oprah would do?
What would Oprah do?
Oprah would take a few of you, just a few of you in the audience.
Yes. Oh,
and Oprah would put a card on your chair. So everyone pick up the card they had that was on your chair. You have a square card.
I have no idea what you're doing. This is great.
This is what Oprah would do.
Okay.
And Oprah would take just a few of these cards and print them specially for you.
Oh, wow.
And if you have the special printing I'm about to describe, you win a Motorola Zoom connected to the awesome power of the Box platform.
Wow, that's great. All right.
So, and do you want to read the key? Here's the key.
Yes.
Read the location of the hotel, and if you have that location, you win a Motorola Zoom with the Box platform.
All right, Holiday Inn. Who's got that? Anybody staying in the Holiday Inn? Okay, how about Westin St. Francis Hotel? Has anybody got that?
Is that anyone?
Okay, everyone gets a Zoom. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I thought he was going to mess up the whole thing, and like there was like 3 people that won a Zoom. So Motorola has decided to give everyone in the audience a Motorola Zoom. I don't know the logistics, but they are in the building. Can anybody confirm that? They're in the building? Okay, so how do we do this? Jen will cover it. Jen will cover how you get the Zoom. You bring $400 up to the up to the front desk, and we will just make an exchange. It's really easy, actually. You could do this really at any retail location. I'm kidding. So really excited about our partnership, and we really appreciate the support of Motorola bringing their Zooms, tablets, and we're going to be able to introduce our new Android app on these devices, and we're excited for everyone to have that experience for the first time at BoxWorks. So thank you so much for coming. That was the introduction of the Smarter Enterprise and the new technology that we're releasing. We have a whole sort of obviously extremely exciting day and morning, so we're going to get into some more conversations, and I appreciate everybody being here and supporting Box. So thank you so much.